Hey guys, Nick here, and today we're playing some Take on Mars. So this is probably the first of many episodes that I hope to do. This is something I've been looking forward to doing. I've been taking a bit of time off this game because I just wanted it to update more, get a little bit more done, and hopefully the devs have definitely succeeded in this. This isn't after about 5-10 minutes of gameplay, and we're not very far in, and if any of you know this game whatsoever, then you should know how hard it is to do anything in the survival mode, and that's the whole point of this. This is gonna be a speed run. During the editing process, I'm gonna be doing a voiceover of what I'm doing and explaining a few things, why I've been gone for so long, blah de blah de da. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoy this. We're gonna get straight into it. I'm not gonna be talking. It's gonna be about, so say a 40-minute clip is gonna become a 20-25 minute clip. That's what I hope to do. So if you guys hopefully will enjoy this, I'm gonna put some background music over the bits that don't need explaining, but thanks to a couple guys in my videos, and I'll definitely, hopefully, we've been trying to stream this as well, but my internet is definitely a potato internet, and that doesn't really help me whatsoever when it comes to recording or uploading or streaming, because having 1 megabit upload is just absolutely terrible. But anyway, I'm gonna stop whinging and whining. We're gonna get straight into it. I hope you guys enjoy this video, and yeah, thanks for watching, guys. Alrighty, let's get straight into it. This is obviously post footage, as I did say, so we're just going through it as as we normally do to start off Take on Mars. If any of you have played Take on Mars, then you will know this is just a basic landing scenario that you start off in. So you'll come down in the Mars Ascent vehicle, or the MAV. I'm going to start using more of the key terms that the game uses, and also more, if any of you have watched The Martian, them terms as well. But this is like the MAV/HAB, and I'll end up building my own, and I'm discovering something here. I'm discovering that they actually added lights into the ship, and there's been a lot of things, because sometimes me and my mate would play and we'd come down in the dark and it'd just be impossible to do anything. But anyway, and I also didn't see the little exit safe queue up the top left of the screen, or now it's above the player stats when it comes to power and oxygen. And also here I just discovered that you actually had to cycle the airlock, not just it magically opens and there's no air in that whatsoever, which actually kind of does now make more sense. But this is just something quick. So continuing on, we've closed that, we're going down, we're doing the basic setup things of just running through this very, very quickly because of how it works. And we're still crouching, and this is how I forgot how to stand up again. I went blank. I'm just like, wait, how do you stand up? And this is also when I discovered the lights. So there's been big changes when it comes to the game, and the first very thing I do once I'm in here, besides for cycling the airlock, is take off that. And there's been big changes, like the lights were never in there, and it used to get so dark in this place. The screen's also new, that's why you see me run up to it, and I was actually quite shocked to see a screen. But this is something that I kind of regret doing at this time, but it's water under the bridge, there's not much I can really do. Is I end up destroying all the potato seeds, not realizing that now there's actually a roll chance for things. So 1 in every 4 potato seeds, unless you maintain it properly, like you sleep for like 5 seconds, wake up, maintain it, go back to sleep, or do something, or go away for about 5 minutes and come back, the potato seeds will die. And I actually completely didn't know about this, and at the current moment in time, because I've recorded about 2 episodes worth in this little segment, it's really stuffed me up, because I added the Destroy All Potato Seed mod thinking, oh yeah, it's just like the old game. It's not, and that has really put me in a bad position. But anyway, as I'm doing the normal planting for the seeds, because trying to get a more reliable food source. Dumping this suit, going for a medium suit. Medium suits, I believe, are the best suits. And I'm just grabbing the normal tool loadout, which I take. I end up turning around for a medical tool. I contemplate it here for a second, but I end up going for a medical tool. And a medical tool is quite useful, because it actually, if you don't know, it tells you what your stats are, how much health you have, not how much health you have, how hungry you are, how thirsty you are, what's your vitamin level, because that's also an issue, but that's only if you eat the packaged meat, which there's some pre-sealed meats within the actual spacecraft cabinets, which I try to avoid to use because they are contingency food, because potatoes actually give you quite a lot of vitamins, and vitamins don't drain nearly as quickly compared to everything else. Running over to here, I still have no clue what this is. It's a pod with a rock in it. And that is Phobos, I believe, one of Mars's moons, if I'm correct. But yes, we are just continuing on, so I'm going to shut up for a second and let this clip roll for itself. Alright, so here I have just gone into where the main supply zone, probably where I'm going to put my base at the moment in time of recording this voiceover. I have set up I've set up most of my machines and stuff there. I haven't brought anything back over because it's just too much work. Too much work to keep on having to do transports back and forth of the items. And yeah, I tried to get deep blood night vision, but it just didn't accept the server, so I set up everything and I keep rolling on as we normally do. Just setting up everything for the morning, and I'll eventually get out the printer, but I'm probably going to speed it up by about 10% this next bit until we finish up everything. And then once that's over and done with, we will get back into it with the talk over of the. This is about 50% faster. It was originally a 41-minute clip, and I've sped it up to about. Actually, no, it's about 65% faster. So I'll speed it up to about 190. So this is faster. And I hope you guys are enjoying it so far. We'll speed it up for a few seconds and then we'll get straight back to it. Alright, so we're just heading back over to it. I've actually sped up this part of the clip by about another 10%, 20%, just so it can run a little bit faster for you guys. And this is more or less the way it stays for quite a while. And I spend a lot of time trying to print stuff, and the first immediate thing which I believe is best to work on is a bigger printer, because I do a lot of work during the night for a very solid segment of this actual clip. And having done a lot of work during the night kind of puts me out of action when it comes to everything else, because I can't get solar energy during the night. That's kind of why they're called solar panels. So I am working towards a MMTRG. This is something it's an early on decision for me. This is what I've done in most survival playthroughs, is I go straight towards an MMTRG. And I'm just messing around with the dynamic settings of the way the helmet looks. I end up changing it back though, because this is ugly. Looking like I'm in a friggin' capsule or something. I don't even know what it looks like, but I just didn't like it. So, but I really early on decided to start working towards a MMTRG, and to do that, I need a printer, and the printer size that I'm doing is 3 wide and 3 long and 2 high. It's about 2 high. And this is a very expensive printer, because normally people would start off with 2x2x2, which is a very basic printer to get them about to say similar. About similar items from a printer, but I've decided to go with what I normally do, and which is a 3x3x3, but I couldn't do a 3x3x3, so I've just had to stick with the 3x2, and that is the best possible option for me at this point in time. And this is also when I discovered that mining isn't also the way I used to think it was, because you used to be able to mine from anywhere and the drill would just go into the ground, but I believe you actually have to put it on rocks, which kind of makes my time a little bit harder and my life a tiny bit harder, but that's still not really that much. I can just print more socket hubs and more cables once I have the new printer up, but that's for a later time. I'm pretty sure this is when I try plugging it in. Yeah. And this is where I'm just like, what the hell is going on? I look so confused here. But anyway, I just sit there being confused, and I chuck it. I end up walking over here thinking this might be a bit, but I'm pretty sure this is also just a mini sand dune. So, or Mars dirt dune, so that's also kind of useless to me. And that's without knowing that was actually kind of a blind sort of run. So I plug in that, and I spend a quick hot minute looking through the reactions list and seeing things that weren't on the old printer. Like, there's a couple new things such as fabrics, glue, plastic, and they're actually required in some of the crafting. And if I also plan on having a forward base for something, say in the crater and on the other side, because I plan on doing a bit of science within the crater on the other side, so I'm going to need some couple of forward operating bases, and the pop tents are a great start to that. They provide basic oxygen, I can bring food and water with me, and they're nice and small and compact, and I don't have to fly back every time. And that is something that's absolutely amazing and absolutely needed. So it's a real great idea. But then here I'm sitting here looking because I can only find split the 3 materials that are quite useful, but I'm stuck there thinking, how does this work? But nightfall has come, and I must return to my humble abode while trying to struggle over that sand dune. But I've also added, so as well as adding destroyable potato seeds, I also added, what's it called again? The better helmet light mod. I quite like the use of that mod, and it's quite nice. It's quite a nice looking mod, not gonna lie. But that's the way it really works. It looks nice, it plays out quite nicely, and yeah, it's just a really, really nice look. But anyway, this is getting close to the end of the episode, and I'm just finishing up here by eating a couple potatoes and doing my farming stuff, thinking, why isn't any more of my potatoes gone when I still haven't come to the realization that they're all dead. Every single one of them is dead. that's how I haven't noticed yet, and it's quite sad that I haven't noticed every single one of them is dead. But eventually I will. But anyway, guys, I hope you guys have enjoyed this episode. I'm going to finish it off here and come back next time for hopefully more. I'm definitely going to do a bit more progression while in the meantime, you'll probably come back and a lot more will be done when we come back for the second episode. This is just not going to really be that much edited, and this is only a starter for the voiceovers. If you guys enjoy it, then say yeah. If you just want music and say an intro voice log, then that's also something I can do as well. So I hope you guys have enjoyed this episode for what it is, and I start back into the Take on Mars series, because I know Take on Mars was actually one of my most viewed videos, and on my channel it got a quick smart 300 views within the first week of its launch, and it just slowed down from there, and that's my own fault for not posting anymore, although I had a whole set backlogged, but then I got corrupted data. But anyway, I hope you guys have enjoyed this episode. If you have, please leave a like, rating, and subscribe if you enjoy it. There's definitely going to be more of these coming along, and that is all from me. If you've enjoyed it, just comment down below, and if you want any other games, just please tell me. I'm all ears for opportunity.